Hello everyone, we're back to Slay the Spire. It is early morning, so I don't want to wake people up, which is why I'm going to be talking like this. We're going to embark on a quest to slay the Spire. Not today as the Ironclad, but we're going to try as the Silent. I want to introduce you to this character. A new version of Java is ready to be installed. Good. Introduce you to this character and show you what it's all about. Hopefully you can hear me okay. So, when you've already done a run in Slay the Spire, no matter how far you got, after your first run you always meet this whale to begin with called Meow. And depending on how far you got on your previous run, he gives you an option for something you can have. Often it can be removing a card from your deck, it can be transforming a card, it can be lots of different things. He's only given me two options at the moment. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 health or max health 7. I can see that the 1 health thing could be useful if, for example, I was planning to go that guy and follow up the right hand there. Then that means that the elite in the top right there would only have 1 health. So, you know, I could see that being interesting. It gives me an easy time of it, but I'm going to go for the max health plus 7 for the rest of the game. That's really helpful, right? So, this character is a little bit different, and we'll get to the combat in a minute. Let's just have a look at what we've got. It'd be nice to go to some merchants, wouldn't it? Okay, well we can visit 2. Let's start in the middle, and then we can sort of work our way up, seeing how we go. I'll try and take more elite enemies this time. Okay, so this character's a little bit different. I've only beaten the game once with him. In fact, I've only beaten the game once with all 3 characters. But this guy took me a little while to get used to, so much in the same way as the Ironclad, he's got 6 damage for a strike, he's got 5 block for a defend, and then he's got another couple of cards that are new, and then all the other cards I'll be getting will be completely different from the ones you've seen before. So, Survivor. We have gain 8 block and discard a card. And neutralize, deal 3 damage and apply 1 weak, which is what makes the enemies do less damage. So we'll have a look at what they're doing. 5 damage and a buff, so we'll defend. If you haven't seen my first video on the Ironclad, I explained a lot more about how the game works, so I'd recommend going and checking that out first. Start there and then you can come on to this one. So we'll defend for 5 and then we'll start hitting them. I think what we'll do is hit 1, they will then put their block on, and then I will hit the other one, because I don't want to just waste my time trying to get through block, which will fall off now anyway. Alright. So now we've got a bit more... Oh dear, yeah, we haven't got many strike cards here. They're going to be attacking fairly hard. So what we could just do here, we could apply 1, we could try and kill this guy first of all. Then, I reckon we should neutralise this guy, applying 3 damage and 1 weak. There you go. And then we can defend twice. So we won't take any damage, because we don't heal at the end of our turn, like the Ironclad did. I'll show you this guy, the Silent, is... the Ring of the Snake. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. So on your first turn each combat, you get 2 additional cards, which is really nice. Right, we'll finish this one off. So I don't heal, so I need to be even more careful with my health. Block potion, add 12 block, and then we get to add a card. Now I'm not very good at this character. It takes me a while to get to grips with it. So. Look, why don't we go for a discarding deck? You'll notice that Survivor, gain 8 block, discard a card. And if we get a load of cards that we can start discarding and, you know, making it synergize well with things like Eviscerate, costs 1 less energy for each card discarded this turn, deals 6 damage 3 times. That sounds good. So let's try and get loads of cards that we have to discard for as low energy as possible. Don't know if it'll work, but we'll see. Before you lies an elaborate shrine to an ancient spirit. We can pray and gain 100 gold. We could desecrate it, gain even more gold, and become cursed. Which we could then get rid of immediately at that shop there for 100 gold, and we'd have made 75 profit. That seems good. We could leave. Yeah, let's desecrate it. Don't feel good about that, but... Each time you strike the shrine, gold pours forth again and again. As you pocket the riches, something weighs heavily on you. Alright, well, I'm tied into going to the merchant now to get that card removed. So this character is more about sort of being tricky and going through loads of cards and having poisons and things like that. Oh, I'm going to lose health here. At the end of your turn, lose health equal to the number of cards in your hand, and I've got a lot of cards in my hand. Thanks, Ring of the Snake. Okay, he's buffing, so we can just do as much damage as possible. Although sadly we can't, because... Oh, we can at least use that and discard a card. Maybe we could discard that. Yes, nice. See, that's really handy. Maybe we could keep hold of that card. Okay, well, we'll strike him, and then just got to waste some defend. It's a shame we didn't get more attack cards that turn. Taka! So he's doing 6 damage. We can block. Can't use that for a while until we've got other cards that help us. So we'll block and do 2 strikes. Excuse me, sniffling. It's first thing in the morning and I tend to be a bit sniffly in the morning. Hay fever. And that. Alright, well we've got 3 energy and 3 cards that require 1 energy. And then we've got that thing. So let's play all the cards we can. We'll defend. We'll make him weak and apply 3 damage. There we go. We'll only take 1 damage this time. And then we'll just keep on whacking him. And take 1 damage at the end of that. Because of the curse card. Alright, so he's going to be doing 12 damage to us this time. Well, that's where this comes in handy. Ink block, discard a card. Rid of that. And we'll hit him once. And defend 1 more time for 13. We've got a lot of block on this character, it's nice. I mean, I suppose we had a lot of block on Ironclad, but I just got rid of it all, didn't I? And he's going to do 15 damage this turn, which sucks, but we've got 2 strikes, and he's out. 11 gold, a poison potion. Poison is good, I'll show you that later. And then we've got another thing. Okay, so nothing that lets us discard cards, but what do we have? Outmaneuver. Next turn, gain 2 energy. Seems good. Dodge and roll, gain 4 block. Next turn, gain 4 block. That's good, thinking about lots of block. Blade Dance. Add 2 shivs to your hand. They are 0 cost attack cards, which then exhaust. And they do a little bit of damage, so that could be quite good if I tried multiplying loads of those. I don't really know on this. I mean, I guess a dodge and roll seems better than a defend, so that's just a sort of straight upgrade. That also seems alright. Gain 2 energy next turn. What's the upgrade on that? Next turn, gain 3 energy. Okay, I think I'll stick with a fairly simple block and roll. Dodge and roll. Let's go to the merchant. As I say, I'm not necessarily the best at this game, but it's just playing and seeing what happens. Oh, excuse me. Right, I am going to remove that curse. Yeah. Nice and cheap. I've still got 330 gold to spend. First of all, let's have a look at these. Bottled Flame. Upon pickup, choose an attack. Start each combat with this card in your hand. That's quite good. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dexterity, which is that thing that improves block gained from cards. Or the Abacus, whenever you shuffle your discard pile, gain 6 block. None of those really call out to me. Got another Eviscerate there. I'm tempted to get that. And then start getting loads of cards that let me discard, but I haven't seen any yet. Each card discarded this turn, so I need to get a card that says discard a card, discard a card, discard a card. Whenever you are attacked, deal 3 damage back. apply 3 poison to a random enemy 3 times. That's not bad. Poison's quite good, as I say. But I'm not really building round a poison deck. That's how I won with this character before, by building up a massive load of poison. 4 block. Right, well, let's just get another one of these. Again, this isn't necessarily the best way of going about this, but it's something. Okay. We're just trying. Doesn't matter if I get all the way to the end or not. Of course, I am now going to have 2 of these cards in my hand sometimes. Okay, so this jaw worm is doing 11 damage to us. We want to definitely not have that happen. So, I think we'll dodge and roll, get 4 next turn, since I've got all of my defense in this hand. I will also, I think I'm going to use up all my energy just defending here. Because I don't want to take any damage, and next turn I don't think I will have any defense. There might be one. And there's a survivor as well, I suppose. Okay, but there you go. I've got 4 this turn. Not that it mattered, because he's not doing anything. So let's just use strike, strike. That only applies 1 week, so it won't affect him next turn, and he's not attacking this turn, so let's just keep hitting him with strikes. He's bellowing. 6 block and 3 strength. Yuck. Okay, well, we've got our survivor, so we'll gain 8 block. And we can discard, well, let's discard that, because it'll only go down to 1. It'll only go down by 1 to 3 energy, so we'll get rid of that. We can gain another 5 block. And then dealing 6 damage to him is going to be pointless, because all that will do is knock off his block, and I don't have anything else to do, so I may as well not take that 1 point of damage. Right, he's buffing again. This would be a good turn to use as many strikes as possible. 1, 2. And he'll probably try attacking next turn, so let's try and buff up my block for next turn as much as possible. Ugh. So he gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Horrible. However, we do have this, which will weaken him. We're not going to be able to kill him this go, because I've got 12 damage there and 3 damage there. That's 15. He currently has 18, essentially, health, with his 6 armor and his 12... his 6 block and his 12 health. So, I think we will do that and weaken him. Gain 5 block. There you go. He's going to hit us for 9. I'm blocking for 9. We'll strike him once, deal 3 damage. Oh, strike him again. Did I miscount my energies? Oh no, of course I didn't. I was assuming that was a 1 energy card, but it's not. Okay. So it feels a little bit sort of touch and go at this stage, but I'm just about managing to make it work. Good, we've got 2 strikes, thank goodness. I don't know what I'd have done if I didn't. There we go. He's dead. 15 gold, and... okay. Sneaky Strike. Deal 10 damage. If you have discarded a card this turn, gain 2 energy. So yeah, it's got the word discard in it, and I'm trying to muck around with discarding stuff, aren't I? So I'm tempted to get that, even though it's a lot of damage, a lot of energy. But that could essentially be 0 if I have discarded a card this turn. So that would be quite nice to get. I just need cards that let me discard, right? Well, let's get it, and then stop picking up cards like that. Let's go for an elite. Come on. Oh, it's this guy. This guy gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. So, first thing I think I'll do, he's just going to be buffing himself, so I'm going to apply 6 poison. Here we go. Throw that at him. Basically, at the end of his turn, at the start of his turn, he'll lose 6 health, and then the poison reduces to 5 instead of 6. And then next turn he'll lose 5 health, then the next turn 4 health, 3 health, 2 health, 1 health, and then it'll stop. So essentially I get 6 factorial poison damage, which is what? 21 poison damage over the course of the combat, so that's really handy to have. Right, let's just hit him as hard as possible, I suppose. I'd love to be able to discard a card and then use that, but I can't. So, I mean, I could discard a card, but it costs me 1 to do it, so... Alright, it's a shame so few of my attack cards are actually in my hand here. Well, we'll do that, and we'll do 1 damage. And then I guess we'll discard a card. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I do at this stage, because he's not attacking me. And you can see on his health bar, the poison is indicated in the green. That's what it's going to do next time. Yuck, he's doing 14 damage. Well, let's try and mitigate as much of it as possible. In fact, we could use 12 block. We might do that. Drink that. We'll do dodge and roll as well. And then 2 attacks. I think with this guy, it's worth trying to get him down as quickly as possible. Oh, by the way, he enraged, which means that whenever I play a skill, he gains 2 strength. And I've got a lot of skills, so gotta be careful. There you go. Deal 10 damage if you've discarded a card this turn. Gain 2 energy. I don't really want to be playing too many skills. I'm just going to have to eat the damage, aren't I? What's best? Dealing 6, and 6 is 12. Or I can do 16. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. Do that, and do that. And, yeah, eat some damage, sadly. He takes 4. Oof. Oh dear. Right, apply 1 weak is helpful here. Neutralise. I mean, he's not doing a big attack this turn, so it's not end of the world. We'll deal 6 damage, and then I guess we'll gain 8 block and discard one of those. And then I guess we could just get another 5 block. No, there's no point, is there? Because it's playing a skill, and it'll just up his strength for future turns. Right, he's on 18 health. Can we kill him this turn? 3 strikes, please? No. Damn it. Ooh, extra damn it. This is going to really hurt. Alright, well, strike, and defend. Yeah. See, I'm vulnerable because he did an attack on me that debuffed me and made me vulnerable, so... Oh. I take more damage from his attacks. Right, well, we've got a strike. Just kill him. The poison helped there. Did 15 damage with poison. Ooh, 30 gold, and our relic, which is our reward for killing an elite, is bronze scales. Start each combat with 3 thorns, so every time anyone gives me attack damage, they take 3 damage, which is really good. Right. What have we got here? Flying Knee. Deal 8 damage next turn, gain an energy. Noxious Fumes is a power. At the start of your turn, apply 2 poison to all enemies. That could be alright. But, again, I'd want to do that if I had lots of poison cards, which I don't think I'm using this run-through. I should have done, really, because poison cards are great. I could have shown you how that works. Never mind. Backflip. Gain 5 block, and there's always another time for that. Gain 5 block and draw 2 cards. That seems alright. Drawing cards is great. And that's, you know, that's the same as having a defend, but I get to draw 2 cards with it. Right, let's go and rest at the campsite. So I could smith. Means I could upgrade something. What would this be upgraded to? Gain 8 block, draw 2 cards. That's really amazing. What about eviscerate? Deal 8 damage 3 times. It doesn't lower the energy cost, sadly. This one doesn't either. Deal 14 damage. Neutralise. Deal 4 damage, apply 2 weak. Survivor. Gain 11 block, discard 1 card. Dodge and roll. In 6 block, next turn gain 6 block. That's quite powerful. But we don't have a lot of health. Oh, but we do have another rest site coming up really soon, so I might just... Yeah, I'm not going to heal up. I think I'll do one of these. I like the idea of that. Yeah, let's upgrade Blackflip. Blackflip? Backflip. Lovely. Okay, on to the next enemy. We're racing through this a lot faster than we were the last one. Right, deal 10 damage if you've discarded a card this turn, gain 2 energy. Sadly, I don't have my gain 8 block, discard a card, because that would have been amazing. Never mind. So he's doing 13 damage. Oof. I wish I had any of my super block cards, but never mind. I couldn't kill him this turn, could I? 10 damage, 6 damage. I could do 18 damage to him if I didn't block at all, but I'm going to block. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to do this. Block it all. And we can start attacking him next turn with all the strikes that I'm now not going to have in my hand. Oh, not building a good deck here. You can use this as a how not to play Slay the Spire. Right, that's good. Gain 8 block, draw 2 cards. Oh, my alarm's going off. We'll use that straight away. Turn my alarm off. I seem to recall when I was playing as the Ironclad, my phone would just keep going off, wouldn't it? There we go. Okay, so can't use either of the Eviscerates, they're still taking up space. We will just use all of the other cards then. Neutralize. So he's doing less damage. We will deal 6 damage and 6 damage to him. Okay. No need to do extra block. There you go. See, he keeps on getting damage for 3 every time he hits me. Actually, it's not even every time he deals damage, it's when I'm attacked. So that's even better. And that's for free every combat now. Right, he's going to do 12 damage. I will gain 8 block and discard a card, which can be that one. Sadly, I still can't afford Eviscerate. I need another ability to discard a card first. So I guess just block to high heaven. See, he's applied vulnerable to me, so his attacks do more damage, which is annoying. But hey, if I just keep blocking and he keeps on getting damage done to him, then all's good. Okay, gain 8 block, just draw 2 cards. I'd like to do some damage to him, but he's doing 19 damage to me. I think I'll do that. Okay, I think I've just got to block it all up. Give me a slow one, this. I think I took 1 damage there. Right, he's back down to 8 damage this turn. So, here we go. Deal 3 damage, apply 1 weak, and then we've got 3 strikes, which will kill him. This is 3 strikes and he's out. Haha. Ancient Potion, gain 1 artifact. That's that thing that negates a debuff. Negates the next debuff that will come onto me. So if I see someone charging up a particularly nasty debuff, I can negate it. Okay. Here we are. This is where we're going to start getting some stuff. So prepared for 0 energy, which is great. Draw a card and discard a card. That's great. So we can discard a card for no energy. Acrobatics, draw 3 cards and discard 1 card. See, in order to make these work, it's 4 energy, so I'm going to want to do the prepared one probably, where it will leave me with 3 energy and then I can use it. What's the upgrade? Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Right, well, I'm going to try and upgrade that. Let's just take it. I don't want to be retaining my hand with that power or anything. Treasure room. What have we got? 23 gold and a more bank. Whenever you climb a floor, that's every room essentially, gain 12 gold. No longer works when you spend any gold at a shop. Ah, so I could gain a crap ton of gold. So that's going to be 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. That's 72. By the time I get to the boss, I'll have just randomly gained 84 gold. That sounds good to me. So we can heal here if we like. We've got 2 enemies to fight. I could heal just before the boss. I don't think we need to heal yet. I want to... Here we go. I want to upgrade that. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards for 0 energy. I love it. Right, now it feels like we're building a deck. So we gain 12 gold. You fall into a puddle. It's made of slime goop. Frantically, you claw yourself out after several minutes as you feel the goop starting to burn. You can feel the goop in your ears, goop in your nose, goop everywhere. Climbing out, you notice some of your gold is missing. Looking back to the puddle, you see your missing coins combined with gold from unfortunate adventurers mixed together in the puddle. Okay, so I could gain a lot more gold and lose 11 health, or I could just leave it and lose 22 of my gold. Well, since we're gaining some each time we climb a floor, we'll have made that back in 2 floors, so I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to lose 11 health at this stage. That could be that could be the difference between life and death. You decide that this mess is not worth it. Right, and now we're at a merchant. So if we want to continue... Damn, I didn't want it to be a merchant. But if we want to continue using more bank, we mustn't spend any gold at this shop. But let's just see what he's got. Dagger throw, deal 9 damage, draw 1 card, discard 1 card. It's a discard, guys, it's a discard. It is tempting. And yeah, 9 damage for 1 energy, and I get to draw a card with it and discard one. I might just buy it. Sod the gold, I've got loads. Dreamcatcher, whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck. Okay. Prevent the first time you would lose health each combat. That worked well for me before. At the start of each combat, add a random colourless card into your hand, so that's like one of these, just a sort of random thing. And then I've got card removal service as well, where I could start removing things like my defend. I don't think I want to spend money. Sorry, whale, but... Oh, gosh. See, I could get a lot of gold, but... No, I think we're gonna spend here, because I love the look of this card. We'll buy that. Then we will remove a defend, I think. Because we've got a couple of extra block cards, like the backflip. And the dodge and roll. So yeah, let's remove a defend. Start honing the deck down a little bit. Okay. Anything else I want? All enemies lose 6 strength, another dodge and roll, the poison card. Upgrade all your cards for the rest of combat. That's quite nice. Deal 3 damage, draw 1 card. Yeah. I think we'll make do, save the rest of our money. I think that was worth it. I didn't want to not spend money. It was just unfortunate timing with that whale. Relic. Okay, right, what's this guy? He's going to do a negative effect on me, so he's not attacking. Look, when his HP is at or below 50%, he will split into 2 smaller slimes with his current HP. So what I'm going to want to do then... I don't have my special cards. Ooh, hang on. Gain 8 block, discard a card, so I'd be able to discard 1 card, then I could use this. That would have been 3 energy used up to do both of those, but then I'd gain another 2. Because I'll have discarded a card this turn. Alright, well, let's do that then. Gain 8 block, which I don't need, but I discard a card. Let's discard Eviscerate, because I'm not using that this turn. I guess we could deal 3 damage for 0 mana. I knew I'd call it mana eventually. 0 energy. Then we'll do Sneaky Strike, deal 10 damage, which is good. If you've discarded a card this turn, gain 2 energy, which I have. There's my 2 energy, nice, and there's an extra 12 damage to him. Wow, cool. Negative effect on me. Yeah, we'll leave it. So he's already at 2/3 health. Oh, he's licked me. That's horrible. Right, so he's probably going to do another lick then. Do I use my artifact to stop him doing that? I don't think we do we? Well, we've not got a lot of choice in our hand here. Let's just gain that, because it gives me a lot of good block. I might need it next turn. Then we'll strike him. He's almost at half health, so he'll almost be splitting soon. And then we'll just defend, because why not? Hopefully we get loads of attack cards this turn, because... as you see, when its HP is at or below 50%, he'll split. But that's only at the end of my turn. So, what I'm going to do... Ooh, nice. And the card... Okay. So, yeah, he'll split. So if I can get his health way down to like 10 on this turn, then he'll split into 2 slimes with 10 health, so it makes a lot of sense to do as much as possible here. Okay, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Deal 9 damage, draw 1 card, discard 1 card. Okay, and it will interrupt his attack when he splits, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, let's draw 1 card and discard 1 card with 9 damage. Choose 1 to discard. We'll discard the defend because he's not attacking any longer. There we go, and now we've discarded a card, so hopefully this will shuffle through and I'll get a Sneaky Strike or an Eviscerate or something. Gain 6 block, draw 2 cards. Nope, I think I'm going to use this instead. Here's my Eviscerate. Right, choose 2 to discard. We'll discard a backflip. Oops, no, not a strike, not a strike. How do I... There we go. There we go. Backflip and defend, I think we'll discard. And that will take this down to 1 energy. However, if I discarded... a strike instead... Sorry, if I discarded a strike and the defend, I could then use backflip and make it cost 0 energy. I can't work that out. Screw it, we'll just discard those. Fine. And then, yeah, eviscerate him. Plus 1 less for each card discarded this turn. It's starting to work, guys. It's starting to work. 6 damage 3 times, and then 1 there. 6 there. Sadly, he's not quite dead, but he's going to split into 2 slimes with 2 health each. So that was really nice. We didn't want them both to have like 30 health. Okay, and neither of them are attacking me. So let's just use these. 10 damage. 6 damage. Speed Potion. Gain 5 dexterity. That's the one that gives me more block from cards. Lovely. Okay, what do we got this time? Masterful Stab costs 1 additional energy for each time you lose health this combat. Deal 12 damage. So that's quite nice to use straight off, isn't it? Whenever you play a card, deal 1 damage to all enemies. And I'm going to be playing quite a few cards, but I don't have all the shivs and stuff that I would be having to make that really worthwhile. Riddle with Holes, deal 3 damage 5 times. I don't really know if I want any of those. That one is tempting. We'll go up to 16 damage if and when I upgrade it. Costs 1 additional energy for each time you lose health this combat, and I'm going to be losing health, aren't I? But if I get it early, it's just a free 12 damage. Go on, I'll take it. Try and make it work for me. Next enemy. He said energy. Oh gosh, 5 different little slimes. Yikes. So they are planning on attacking for 18 damage this turn. Rather they didn't. I might use the... No, I'm not going to use the speed potion, come on. Alright, so why don't we use Dagger Throw, deal 9 damage, draw 1 card, discard 1 card. Let's deal 9 damage to, say, that guy. Draw a card, discard a card. And we'll discard, I guess, a strike. I was hoping for a different card. Damn. Oh well, we can gain 8 block and discard something. That's fine. Discard that one. So we've got 1 energy left. We're still taking 10 damage here. We could either block, or no, why don't we just kill one? Because then that will essentially be blocking for 5 because he's not damaging me for 5. Couldn't quite use that this turn. Shame. Never mind. Well, we can take 5 damage. Plus each of them that hits me is going to get hurt for 3 anyway, so that's going to make it easier to kill them next turn. Ow. Great. By 1 weak, deal 2 damage. Oh, they've made me weakened, so my attacks deal less damage for a turn. Balls. Okay, so they're going to attack for 13 this turn. Okay, I can't discard any cards, so I can't gain any energy. It's not a perfect deck yet. I mean, we could use that to kill him, but he's not hurting me this go. 4 damage plus 2 damage isn't going to kill any of them, though. I'm tempted to just kill this guy with this card, even though it's expensive. Yeah. So we'll use that, and then strike him for 4. And we'll do that on you. Weaken you. So we'll take 6 damage this turn, sadly. Yeah, these are... I don't have very good area of effect. And this is pointing it out to me. I need to have something that does damage to everyone. Okay, now these cards come up. Great. Okay, draw 2 cards. Discard 2 cards. Well, I may as well discard that, because I've taken so much damage. And let's also discard... I guess one of the eviscerates. That's going to cost me 2 now, which is good. Deal 4 damage 3 times, but it's not to random enemies, so I'm not going to be able to use it on many people. We'll gain block and draw cards, I think. Okay. We've got 8 blocks, so I'm not going to take any damage this turn. Well, I may as well use this then, because it will kill someone. 4 damage 3 times. Let's kill you, since you're doing a debuff, and the other guys are just doing damage, which I'm going to block. Alright. And now we don't have that horrible debuff any longer. Let's do that. Choose a card to discard that one, let's say, and then do that. Whew. Right, what have we got here? At the start of your turn, add a shiv to your hand. Those are those 0-cost attack cards, which then exhaust. Again, that's useful if I'm going for a shiv-heavy deck. I might go acrobatics, drawing cards and discarding cards. Yeah, go on. Right, now we can... I think we should probably rest here, rather than upgrading. Lest we die against the... Hexaghost? Yeah, Hexaghost. This guy's not easy. He does a huge damage early on. Okay, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. I think we do that first. For 0 energy. Okay, choose 2 to discard. May as well be defense ones. I don't need those now. Draw 3 cards and discard 1. I'm hoping to get both my eviscerates, which will then cost me very little. So let's use that. Come on. Oh, there's 1 eviscerate. That's nice. Choose a card to discard. Again, we'll choose a defend. Right, so eviscerate now costs 1. And deals 6 damage 3 times. Good. Guess we'll do that then. And then strike. Very nice. Gain 5 dexterity. I'll use that for when I'm starting to need to block. Gaining an artifact might not be a bad idea. Just stops him debuffing me next turn he wants to. I never really use those artifact potions. There you go, you can see it on me now. Negates 1 debuff. So see what I mean? He starts off with unbelievable damage. Okay, well, we'll use that for free, first of all, I think. Then we'll use that for free, deal 3 damage and apply a weak. Be nice to get that down to 4 times 6. Ooh, and this is going to work well as well. So we'll deal 9 damage, draw a card and discard a card. We'll discard Eviscerate, because that's too expensive this turn. And then we can use Sneaky Strike, because we've discarded a card this turn, so we'll gain 2 energy. Smash, and then we use the other strike. And sadly, absolutely no defending cards whatsoever, so I'm going to get hit for 24 damage here. Yuck. This could be bad. Well, if we die, I'll start a different deck. It's all fun. There we go. Masterful Stab is now useless. I maybe shouldn't have chosen that card. It was good to get the 12 damage first off, but it's a useless card now to me. So he's doing 6 damage and a debuff. Well, that's fine. We can sort that out. Let's gain some block and draw 2 cards. Seems good. Want some attacking cards. We'll deal 3 damage and apply a weak. So he does less damage to me, not that it matters. And then I guess just attack him. And defend. Why don't we defend even higher? There we go. Ooh, Seer. It's burned me. Those cards are rubbish when they start coming round. Okay, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. This is going to be quite good this turn, I think. Choose 2 to discard. So I've discarded 2. That's going to let me discard 1 as well. Then I'll be on 2 energy. I can use that, which will then give me 2 energy back, and then I can use Eviscerate. Yeah, I think we're doing a lot of damage this turn. I wonder if I should dodge and roll, though. Let's get rid of a strike. We don't need that. Oh, and a strike. There you go. Is this going to work? Deal 9 damage, draw a card, discard a card. That could be good. Let's think about this. I spend 1 energy drawing 3 cards and I discard 1. So I'll be on 1 energy, but if I get another Eviscerate, I get to do Eviscerate twice on this guy, and that's 36 damage. And again, maybe I want to not get hit for some I think this is... yeah, I'd like to try it. I won't be able to use Sneaky Strike, though. Still 18. But there's a chance at 18 I might not draw Eviscerate, that's the trouble. Could be completely worthless. Now, tell you what we'll do. We'll discard that. Yep. And then we'll use Sneaky Strike. Deal 10 damage. If you've discarded, gain 2 energy. There you go. Then Eviscerate costs 1. We do 6 damage 3 times. And then we use Dodge and Roll to gain 4 block. Try and lose a bit of that. Mitigate a bit of this damage. He's under half health now. Okay. He's planning on doing 6 damage. See, I told you he does a huge attack to begin with and then sort of eases off. Well, we've got 4 this turn. Thank you, Block and Roll. We haven't got great cards this turn, so we'll just strike him twice. And defend once, and make do. He's going to keep adding these sears to my hand. These burns. Oof. Okay. So he's not attacking this turn, so it'll be a good time to do as much damage as possible. Let's draw 3 cards, because I might get Dagger Throw or something else that will do a lot of damage. Sneaky Strike, perhaps. Dagger Throw, cool. And we'll discard that. Very nice. Because then I don't take the damage. Right, we'll deal 3 damage and apply a weak. Not that that matters much. We can Dagger Throw it. Choose a card to discard. Well, that one. And then another strike. Good. He's got 80 health. Hopefully we'll survive this. Uh-oh. Oh, 12 block. And he's starting to do a lot more strength on himself as well. Oh, and this is a bad hand. Okay. I think this is where I might use my Dexterity Potion. He's doing 14 damage to me, yeah. Dexterity Potion. I get more block from cards now, so I'm going to use probably that one. Yeah, and doing that is pointless, because all that will do is deal 10 damage to his block, and that's useless. So it won't hurt him, so I may as well defend more. Take no damage this turn. His block disappears. And he hurts himself twice from hitting me, which is good. Right, he's doing 8 damage this turn, that's not so bad. Gain 13 block, draw 2 cards. Yes, please. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Yes, please. Hopefully I get a nice Eviscerate. I don't, that's a real shame. Choose 2 to discard. One of them will be that, one of them will be that. Off they go. Ah, shame those Eviscerates didn't come through, because they now cost 2 energy, and that would have been really good. Okay. Deal 3 damage, apply 1 weak, or we'll just use all of our energy here, attacking him. 59. And that's not going to hurt me one bit. Okay. 9 damage, draw a card, discard a card. Oof, oof, he's going to hurt this turn. Maybe I should just up my block as much as possible while I've got dexterity. So he's going to do 24 damage. I can negate that, that's fine. Tempted to go 10. Tempted to go 19 and then throw a dagger at him. I'm doing it. Ah, it's not a very good card that came through. Okay, never mind. So I'll take some damage. He's doing 6 hits, so he's actually going to hurt himself for 18 here. Even though it hit me for 5. That's the good thing about those thorns. They are helpful. 13 block, draw 2 cards. Do I do that? Draw 3, discard 1. He's not actually going to hurt me, so I could just draw 3, that would be better. Discard 1. Going to be an upgraded burn. Crap. Get rid of it. I have discarded a card this turn, so I can gain 2 energy by using this. Aha. Gain 13 block, draw 2 cards. I can just keep hitting him here. There we go, he's on 7 health. He's not going to hurt me this turn. Next turn I can kill him. Dun, If I get the cards, you see. Right, draw 2, discard 2. Still nothing useful, but I can discard both of those. Thank you. Ah, there we go. And now I can eviscerate him. It's done. Whew, first boss down. That was not easy. 98 gold and a block potion. Add a card to my deck. What's it going to be? Obtain a random potion. Exhaust. Choose a card. Next turn, add 3 copies of that card into your hand. Wow. Exhaust. Die, die, die. Deal 13 damage to all enemies. Exhaust. I think I might go for that. That's really good AoE damage that's going to help me, which I need. Okay, and what's my relic? Who's that relic Pokemon? Okay, Philosopher's Stone. Gain an energy at the start of your turn. Thanks. All of these seem to have that. All enemies start combat with 1 strength. That's only 1 extra damage for each of their attacks if they get 10. Runic Dome. Gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer see your enemies' intents. That's not so great. I want to be able to see my enemies' intents. It's important. Gain energy at the start of your turn. You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. Okay, which one do I want and which one don't I want? Gain energy. I can't play more than 6 cards per turn. I'm sort of getting to the stage where I'm starting to want to play a lot of cards per turn because I'm drawing loads and discarding loads. I might have to go with that one. I could skip this altogether, but having an extra energy for the rest of the game is brilliant. I'm going to make enemies a bit stronger. I think that's probably the best ploy here. And we proceed. And we'll just have to see where this leads us on the next one. Let's drop this a sec. How do I drop it? That's that button. Smash!